Hi, and welcome to the daily reading for April 20th. And April 20th this year is Easter Sunday. So happy Easter to anybody who listens to this today. And our reading, as always, comes from Jesus Calling, Enjoying Peace in His Presence, and it's by Sarah Young. So, April 20th. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. Oops. Hear me saying, peace, be still to your restless heart. No matter what happens, I will never leave you or forsake you. Let this assurance soak into your mind and heart until you overflow with joy. Though the earth give way and the mountains fall into the heart of the sea, you need not fear. The media relentlessly proclaim bad news for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. A steady diet of their fare will sicken you. Instead of focusing on fickle, ever-changing news broadcasts, tune into the living word, the one who is always the same. Let Scripture saturate your mind and heart, and you will walk steadily along the path of life. Even though you don't know what will happen tomorrow, you can be absolutely sure of your ultimate destination. I hold you by your right hand, and afterwards I will take you into glory. And this reading ties in with Mark 4, Deuteronomy 31, Psalm 46, and Psalm 73, verses 23 and 24. There I'm showing off and gave you the verses of that last one. Wow. When I did my run through before I went live, just to see what the kind of gist of it was really difficult. My eyes were not playing happily together, but that was easier. So I did ask for Jesus's help after the first time going through it, thinking, whoa, it's going to be a slow one. So I did ask Jesus anyway. Which I'm doing more and more actually. I was in church this morning online because I do that on a Sunday morning to my church in Edinburgh. So I have to get up at 5:30 because the service is at 11 o'clock UK time, and I'm in Canada time, Ontario time. So there's 5 hours difference. So it's an early start on a Sunday morning, but it's always very worth it. I don't even set the alarm to wake me. I just usually waking up around 5:30 on a Sunday morning. I think it's Jesus whispering in my ear, get up and listen to, to the sermon that is there on a Sunday morning for me to listen to. And this morning, I have to say there's a lot of modern hymns, which are lovely, but for me, Easter is about the old church hymnary, which I used to sing from as a child. And there's so many beautiful little happy hymns about Easter. And I think the first couple of hymns this morning were modern ones. And I could feel the disappointment because I wanted to sing. I don't actually sing, but I wanted to be kind of singing in my head along to the old tunes, the old hymns that I knew as a child. I still know. So I could feel my disappointment, and I gave my disappointment to Jesus. I said, please take this disappointment because I'm so happy to be, in church, and I don't want to feel disappointed because, I love being here. So I did give him the disappointment, and lo and behold, there was a lovely old hymn to finish the service, which I felt was my reward for trusting and having faith and for giving my disappointment away. Because I don't, there's one of the readings I did recently, the daily readings, which said don't complain. And I'm very aware of when I'm complaining. And in my head, I was complaining that it wasn't hymns that I wanted to hear. So, I gave that complaint to Jesus and just let it go, because there's no point in complaining. There's no point in being disappointed in something or hanging on to that disappointment. You can recognize your emotions, be nice to them and say, okay, I hear you. And then, if it's a negative emotion, give it to Jesus. If it's a positive one, joy, that's another reading I did recently where Jesus asked us to give him the joy and the disappointment. So, when we're feeling joyful, we can say, hey, Jesus, join this join this joyfulness. And when we're disappointed, we can give him that as well. So it's about sharing with the bigger picture, whatever that bigger picture is for you, with thankfulness that we have a way to course correct as we go through our day. And that's my 5 minutes up. I seem to be talking too long these mornings. So anyway, bye now. Namaste. Happy Easter.